So, having talked about the basic geometry of the four-stroke cylinder IC engine and the basic components that are included in it, now we will deal with individual components in somewhat detail that is required for our basic understanding. So, firstly, we are going to study about the spark plug. So, the first topic that we are going to study is spark plug. So, a spark plug generally it is made of nickel alloy, which can be termed as super alloy of nickel. Now a question might be arising in your mind that what is the need of making the spark plug of nickel? This application basically includes the production of the spark at the cylinder head when the fuel is injected into the cylinder head. So for producing that spark, the operating range of the spark plug is very high. It generally deals with a temperature of around 1600 degrees Celsius or maybe more than that. Theoretically, it must be made of it could be made of platinum, but platinum is costly, so it is not made of platinum. Okay, so we made it of nickel alloy, and the property of nickel alloy is that it has alpha tending to 0. Now what is alpha? Alpha is high temperature resistance. So now I have made a rough sketch of a spark plug. So let us name its components. Firstly, what does a terminal pin do? It is generally made of a steel wire that is resistant to vibrations. Now its lower part is designed for connection with the seal, and the upper part is used for the attachment of the high voltage inlet. And if we talk about the insulator generally has high content of aluminum oxide, that is Al2O3, that ensures a high insulation resistance and as well as good thermal conductivity, so that the spark plug may not get heated soon, and it also imparts mechanical strength to it. So it serves three purposes to it: high insulation and good thermal conductivity and mechanical strength. The shell here, it also provides high mechanical strength and provides the surface protection from the corrosion. And why this is kept in this range, we will look. So let us make a diagram that can indicate this. So for that I am making a diagram. Here on x-axis we have spark gap, and it is increasing in this direction, and here we have the spark strength, that is also increasing in this direction. So what we observe that this diagram comes like this. We have a maximum point of spark strength at some particular value of the spark gap. Lower than this, the spark strength reduces, and after this also the spark strength decreases. Now let's practically understand this. Practically what happens if we keep this gap too low, or if we move this ground electrode or the central electrode too near to them, what happens? The air gap that is present between them is not that much resistible that it can resist the flow of the current through it. So what happens? The voltage that is required to produce the spark to initiate the combustion reaction is not reached, and the current passes prior to that. So our application is not reached, means why do we need the spark plug? We need it to initiate the combustion reaction, but if that temperature is not reached, then there is no use of the spark plug. So what we do, we keep on increasing the gap until our desired temperature range is reached. So it is reached somewhat here, and this is around 0.6 to 1.8 mm. Now what happens after that? After that, the air gap that is being present in between the ground electrode and the central electrode, that becomes too much, and when this layer becomes too thick, the air offers much resistance, and the current or the spark is not able to propagate from this central electrode to the ground electrode. So as a result, spark is failed to produce. So these are the two reasons that we need to ensure to maintain the gap between the 0.6 mm to 1.8 mm.